In today's video, we're going to talk about covering the roof with plywood, which is an exciting step because it's one step closer to being dried in. And the challenge here is to get it up to the roof and to be safe while you're up there. We have a pretty steep incline, and it is difficult to get the plywood up there and then to safely carry it across the roof for it to be nailed down where it needs to go. So you can see here that our contractor's father, Larry, came over with his skid steer, and in a creative idea, they built kind of a stable bottom for the plywood by putting a piece down and then standing up several pieces of plywood. They lift the skid steer up so that the plywood can be as close to the roof line as possible, and making it a little bit easier to lift it up to Chad and Jim, who are on the roof taking the plywood out to where it needs to be nailed down. So they're starting at the front corner of our house, and you can see they got the first piece of plywood up there, and they just carefully manage to walk it across the roof. This is the first board, and this is the most difficult because there's not really a platform to stand on. They're kind of balancing between trusses, and each step is really like dangerously close to you could fall. But thankfully, by the grace of God and careful, experienced contractor and his father and good hardworking men that we have building this house, they were able to get that first board down safely. And the thing about this process is that each board builds the floor or the platform for them to walk on for the next board, so that they can build out the plywood, walk on it, and then nail down more plywood as they go. And it's a little bit scary to watch because you know that if you fall, it's going to be dangerous. So I'm going to warn you in this video, as you get a few minutes in, you're going to see one little part of it that is a misstep and a little bit of a scary moment. But I also said evidence that we have guardian angels out there taking care of us, and that we are being watched over, because nobody got hurt and everything was okay. It was just a bit of a scary moment. So enjoy this video as you watch the plywood being nailed down on our roof.